to the GamerZone, a place between space and time, mind and matter, reality and unreality. Oh, and we've got these guys.
Hi.
I'm your host,
Hello.
Andrew Bennett, and I'm here
Mazel
today
tov.
with my incredible co-hosts, these wonderful people. Dean, our favorite trash goblin.
I'm gonna take your shredded cheese if you leave your fridge open.
We have Jordan, our dear friend who's quite kind. Too kind for us.
Hello.
Then
Hope
we,
everyone's having a nice day.
then we have Colton. I'm not sure what he's doing right now. I think he's gone to the bathroom.
You think if I sing Red Solo Cup that they'll get us for copyright?
There's
Dude,
a
you're
chance.
like pitch
Probably.
perfect.
Yeah, so probably not a good idea to do that.
Do it. Oh, I should probably announce that we're streaming.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah, we're streaming.
yeah, we're streaming. So, we're
We'll just
streaming.
put it in the
and
Discord.
dreaming. Yeah, you've got the rights to do that.
Andy, why are you like trying to seduce me right now with your voice? Like you're all low voiced, and you're just gonna be.
Listen, Dean, some of
I
us
got
just happen
scented
to be...
candles in my room.
Listen,
It's February, the month of love.
Damn, Andrew, you trying to get in my pants?
listen, some of us have to be professional, and I'm being a professional right now.
Being a professional dickhead.
Absolutely.
This sweet, sweet booty is already taken. You can't have any. It's been claimed.
Nice.
Well, as a professional show host, I'm here to say professional things like, fellas, I think it's time to begin the round table.
The
Come down.
turntable. I'm gonna get that rebranded one of these days.
You're gonna keep trying, and you're going to keep failing, and I'm sorry for you. This sad
I
little
wanna
man.
scratch that turntable. Well, Andy, you're first.
Yes, for those who are new to the show, new listeners, the roundtable segment is one where our four main hosts will talk about the things that they've enjoyed in the past week, be it video games, music, movies, or books.
Enjoyed?
So we have new fucking viewers.
Wait, no, he said things we had to have enjoyed. I think we can all leave.
I,
There's a chance some of you might.
if the teachers ain't here in 15 minutes, we can legally league. Wait. Oh no.
Do you have a stroke?
Oh no. I need a doctor.
Oh no.
The blood clots are going to my brain.
Oof.
Ladies and
Andy,
gentlemen,
what'd you do
this
this
is
week?
the GamerZone. Anyways, this week I found out that video games are actually fun, and despite spending, like...
Did you
multiple-
actually take this month to play fucking video games?
Yeah,
Week? Even day?
I think this is one of the few times I can actually talk about playing a video game on my actual, video game and Kurt Cobain conspiracy theory podcast. I've been playing Final Fantasy X on my Xbox lately, and it's still a very fun game. I'm at Beville. I think that's how you
But
say it.
Titus did the stupid laugh.
Okay, it's pronounced Titus, you uncultured
Titus
swine.
did the stupid laugh. I can't enjoy a game that had a meme about it.
Titus.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Final Fantasy X's still absurdly fun. There's some places where it's aged pretty poorly. There's a lot. I'd say a lot of the voice acting is still pretty good, but Yuna's Yuna takes some getting used to.
I don't expect really the most beautiful performance from a PlayStation 2 game.
A very early PlayStation 2 game, and the first Final Fantasy game with voice acting, which has resulted in some artistic scenes.
Interesting. Yeah.
That said, the Titus laugh scene is hilarious with context. If you've ever used GameFAQs,
If you
You're
ever read
bad.
anything in your life,
but yeah, no, it's a good game. I think the music's phenomenal. I'm using the remastered soundtrack, but the original is still just amazing as well. The story so far is very interesting. Most of the character designs are pretty good, though the jury is still out on whatever Titus is wearing. Combat is fun. It's an all-around enjoyable game. It's one of those games that I feel like is just kind of made for me because it hits every single note that I like. And in spite of the low points, like some of the oddities about it that I'm not going to get into at the moment because spoilers, I still it's just it's gonna be up there once I finish it. That's what I feel like. Aside from that, I've also been playing Phantasy Star Online on the Affinia private server. Some of the people in this very podcast have also engaged in the illegal act of piracy with me. And
I would never play a stupid game like that. It sounds stupid and fake and not fun.
he plays as a little elf girl.
Of course
Her
he
name
does.
is Ears Too Large.
Now that our podcast has officially admitted to illegal acts, they can take us down, and it's fine. It's okay. It's within their rights now. So you can stop listening.
Or you can keep listening.
Can-
Because the thing is, they can't arrest all of us.
But we're gonna take all of you with us.
Absolutely. Every single one of you. I want to see all of you in court with me. We're all getting charged by
You're
Sega's
listening to
lawyers
this
together.
right now, we're gonna find you. we're gonna. I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's not gonna be pretty. Okay.
You're complicit in their crime.
Hmm.
Just like me, you are all now witnesses.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do anything illegal, but by association, we're with these fucking criminals, and we get to pay for it. All right, and that's not right. That's why we need to overthrow the government.
That's wrong.
What?
See, there's things I could say here that would get me arrested. So, moving on to Dean's segment. Dean, what did you
Didn't
do this
even
week?
fucking talk about PSO. Wow.
Well, I did talk about it, but you know what? You also played it with me. You're also
I did.
complicit in my crime of playing on a private server. So why don't you talk about it if you like it so much?
Well, I'll talk about it in a second. I'm gonna actually talk about games I have actually been playing, because Andy only lets me play PSO whenever he feels like it. You
Yep.
know,
Or
he
else
takes
gets
my
the-
computer keys.
Yeah, he gets the belt if he plays it without him.
That
Mhm.
that's how a lot of games go.
So,
For instance, God Eater.
I'm loading the gun, Jordan.
oh yeah, God Eater. Andy, when are you gonna let us play that again? Let me look at Steam to check the last time we ever played God Eater 1.
Dean,
Listen.
he's getting the belt.
Listen, Dean. First
Wait, no.
I get the hose, and then I get the taser.
Last played January 16th. That doesn't sound too bad. 2019. Ah! That's a year ago, Andy.
You know what? You're a year ago. You're out of style, old-fashioned, outdated. You don't deserve a segment on this podcast, but out of
No,
my
I have actual things to talk
out
about.
of my great mercy, I've given you not one but two.
What?
What?
You're doing two.
You
I
know,
have two. I'm taking Jordan's segment.
No.
Oh, yeah. All right. I think I have actually been playing though. I got back into Fire Emblem Heroes. Because of right now in February 2020, you can get on Fire Emblem Heroes and get a free 5-star and a bunch of orbs just for playing,
Okay,
or like
Dean,
even having the thing on your phone.
I do have a quick question about this. How long can you talk about this?
Listen, I'm in control. I have the color in my skin. I have the
So-
lights.
So, like, at least 2 or 3 minutes?
Yeah, probably.
Cool. That's what I wanted to hear.
So, Fire Emblem Heroes, new update February. You can get some 5-stars. I'm enjoying it.
are they paying you?
No, I've mostly just been like, it's basically pick a waifu and try to make them the strongest thing ever.
Hmm.
Like, you have a lot of options. For example, there are 7 different Camillas.
All right, Dean, I'm loading the gun.
There's also Loki's a big busty goddess that will step on you. You have
Oh
a
no.
big titty goth GF, and you have a bunch of things that'll get you arrested too. So there's a lot of options. in
I
this
was gonna
game.
say that I wasn't gonna shoot you, but I don't know after that last one.
Nah,
But yeah.
nah, don't worry, the police gonna do that for you.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, if you don't know what Fire Emblem is, it's just a top-down strategy game where you move along checkerboard grids and just beat the shit out of people. And this phone game makes it really small and easy to just intake. Like, and it teaches basically everything you know. It's a lot of fun. It's really simple. It's a gotcha game. I feel like I should let you know that now, but yeah.
Gotcha is what they
I'll probably
say
get back
after
into
you
it.
spend $25 on it every week.
I didn't spend a single dollar on this thing. What I'm doing, I'm a free to play. However, if you pay a short price of $9.49 a month, you can get the subscription pass, which gives you like +2 stats to all your units and also some skins, and like you have the ability to undo turns for some fucking reason. Why?
It's
It's
for people who
terrible.
want to play casual.
It's people who want to play casual paying near $9.50 a month to just get like the slightest improvement.
Yeah,
It's
that's not
terrible.
acceptable.
That sounds like a Fire Emblem player to me.
I mean, the whales are just sitting there like $9.50. That's not that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
none
like
of us here would know anything about whaling.
that's like $125 a year.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
So, have you done anything else this week, Dean?
I have been playing a few games. I've been playing more Starfetchers. I played it earlier today, and I tried to see how fast I can do it. I got a fast speed.
Yeah, we
I gotta-
will,
it's like-
however, be talking a little bit about that
Yeah,
more
I'll
very
save
soon.
that for later. But I will say I got a time of 16 minutes and 47 seconds in a game that takes you like an hour to complete casually. Not bad.
Right. So, is that it for the Dean?
I think that's all I can really think of right now.
All right. Now, Jordan, I'm about to ask you a very important question. What
What's
have you
up?
done this week?
This week, so far I know one of the main games I've been playing is called Lobotomy Corporation.
Yeah, talk about that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It's based around like SCP Foundation, Cabin in the Woods,
Yeah, I
things
know a
like
lot
that.
about SCP.
It's
Ugh.
what it is you're a manager to all these to this like containment. You contain and study a bunch of different types of anomalies, and then based on how much you learn about them, you can make equipment based off what you learned, and the equipment you get can help you deal with some of the later anomalies, so on and so forth. Every
Whoa.
every
You
basically you go
get
through
gear that make you stronger?
yeah.
That's unheard of in a video game.
They don't do that
Effectively,
shit
you
anymore.
get roughly a new anomaly for the first 4 days, and then the fifth day lets you kind of get used to it, and then it adds a new branch.
So basically, you get these highly dangerous, potentially dangerous items, anomalies, and you research them for science points that you can use to make you stronger, to research more things, get more science points, become the ultimate being, or whatever.
Effectively, the main goal is to survive. I think it's either 60 or 90 days.
It's a
Good
very
luck, buddy.
It's a very interesting looking game, and I don't think I'd be wrong to say, like, as I've seen you, like I've watched you play it on Discord streams and stuff, but it seems almost reminiscent to me, at least, of the base building side of XCOM mixed in with, I think it was called Fallout Shelter. Yeah, actually, that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
yeah,
Holy
that's
shit, I was memeing.
yeah, no, that's actually really what
Yeah.
it reminds me of. Like the unit
Yeah.
control and stuff very much reminds me of that.
I should have said that stupid, like that Kingdom game that looks like Family Guy.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm already dead inside, for the record.
But yeah, I've not seen any gameplay of it. I've only seen screenshots. It's basically anime SCP if it was Fallout Shelter and XCOM.
Yeah, which the art style, they actually explain why everything looks kind of
Yeah, there's lore things,
yeah, like
which is just the most pointless thing.
I don't know.
But
I thought it
it's
was interesting.
Yeah,
It's
it's really interesting
cute, but
backstory.
like
Yeah.
it just adds to the whole like anonymous like world. How like basically it's kind of like cosmic horror, which is SCP. In a sense, like we're trying to understand all these mysterious things that probably have the power to destroy our entire universe in one, butt scratch.
Yeah.
I love to scratch my
And we're
butt.
also trying to keep them from doing that. That's
Yeah,
thus the reason why we're containing them.
yeah,
That's why I'm
yeah.
contained.
That's what SCP stands for: secure, contain, protect.
Yep.
So,
So,
Is that all you've been playing?
Well, I started up Dead Island, the remastered. Well, not remastered. I think it's definitive is what it's called.
When did the original Dead Island come out?
It came out on the 360.
That's not a year.
well, yeah, I think it was
2009?
2012. I want to say.
2012. I
somewhere
don't
around
think
there.
it was 2012.
I might be thinking of another zombie
Riptide?
game. I might be thinking of Riptide. Let's
It
see.
came. Wait, Dead Island. It doesn't
I'm
tell me
looking
where
it
it came
up.
out. 2011.
2011, yeah.
2011.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The PAL version got released the 9th of September. So that's interesting.
suck it, you're up.
You know, I find
Yeah.
it really kind of funny to me that that was developed by Techland, which went on to make Dying Light, and then Dead Island 2 has gone through like I think 5 developers by now, as they've constantly restarted development on the game.
Wait, they
Yeah.
haven't released it. For some reason I thought they released it because they did an ad campaign like a couple
Yeah.
like 5 years ago.
Yeah, but then after that, Dying Light 2 now had its first delay, and it is now pushed back to a to be announced release date, which
Mm-hmm.
I just have
Which could mean fucking anything.
I just have a hunch that we're going to see the same development hell happen with Dying Light 2 and Dead Island 2, and watch those games release in the same year.
I think Dying Light 2 has more of a reason to come out.
I
Yeah.
have actual hope for Dying Light 2, for the record. Chris Avalone's involvement intrigues me greatly. I think it looks interesting, though I'm not totally into like zombie games, but I don't know. Chris Avalone writes interesting games, and everything we've seen of Dying Light 2 actually does interest me, with its like neo medieval type of setting.
I still don't know the difference between Dying Light and State of Decay, I think.
I'm that way with
one has
Dying Light and
parkour.
Dead Island.
Well, Dead Island versus Dying Light. Dead Island is basically the same
Bad.
thing, but
It's
you
basically
don't
bad.
have parkour. Like,
Also, the trailers lied.
yeah. Well, effectively playing the game, I'm playing it, and it makes me feel like I'm playing half a game.
That's my
Because
least
it's
favorite.
Can you
very-
thing to do.
describe a couple of the glitches that you've no doubt of experience in like probably 5 minutes of booting up the game?
Driving vehicles is really freaking horrible. But main glitches is a lot of times if you play with other people, if you interact with something, you'll like do a weird spin. The player character models, they look soulless and they never like.
Did you pick the knife throwing dude? Because everyone picks the knife throwing dude.
Yeah, well, because he's broken.
You didn't pick Sam B?
No, I picked the knife throwing dude because he's broken.
Dude, Sam B's the greatest.
Yeah, he's really cool, but like the knife throwing guy, he has a thing where if you throw a weapon, it'll come
You throw
back.
everything in that game.
Yeah, and that's what makes him broken. Is throwing weapons can be kind of
If you
broken.
pick the gun lady, you might as well uninstall immediately.
Yeah,
You don't get guns that often.
yeah, the guns don't show up till like the 3rd chapter.
That game's so jank. And like the
Yeah.
zombies have like it's like their legs are like really like stationary and fixed to the ground, but their upper torso is like a wacky inflatable tube man.
Yeah, basically.
Hmm.
Yeah, the game has a lot of problems and stuff. Which, if you ever play Dying Light, you'll see a resemblance, but you'll notice a lot of stuff is better. Like
Yeah.
Dying Light is like if they completed Dead Island, is what it feels like to me.
Mm-hmm.
I've never played Dead Island, but I've heard countless horror stories about it.
I have seen so much gameplay of it because, like back in 2011, during like kind of like a Let's Player Gold Rush, which is a pretty good term for it.
Yeah, that's
Everyone and their mother played Dead Island 1 when it came out, and everyone experienced the same thing. It was all wacky. They all got destroyed by the big buff guy who sends you into the next wall if he hits you with his pinky.
Oh yeah. Well, no. Again, it's one of those things to where like it seems really difficult to deal with that guy, but again,
Until you
you throw stuff
until
and
you
then
figure out how to abuse stuff.
Yeah, legit. Throwing weapons doesn't take durability for some reason.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, that's one of the things that makes it so broken to play as the
And you
throw
can
guy.
pick up the knives straight off their bodies too, like as they're
Yeah,
still alive.
yeah. There's like no downside to throwing weapons except for there's like an arena thing that was like DLC. Is the only place I've had issues where the weapons despawned.
Oh,
That's a problem.
Yeah, but everywhere else it's fine. It's just very specifically the arena is the only place I've had problems where the weapons would despawn.
I don't know. I played that game a long ass time ago, and it was like fine. There's definitely like a bunch of bugs and stuff in that game. We got a truck stuck in a tree. Things
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
But
I've done that too.
it's, I
Sam
mean,
be moving clo. We just
it's
toss
just
your shit
fine.
off the cliff, bro. We don't need that shit.
All right, well, I think that we're now able to ask Colton a very, 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 very important question. Colton, how much do you feel like going to the bathroom right now?
I got a
Oh,
shit.
Well, that's bad because now it's time to talk about things you like this week.
Okay, so this week, I did the same thing I always do. I played Witcher 3, but this time I fucking beat it. And
Holy crap!
it was good. Like, I mean, it's one of those games where it's like I was, I don't know, maybe hopelessly addicted to it, but CD Projekt throughout like the three games they did still kind of maintained that level of jank you expect from the first one, I guess you'd say. Like, bugs happen constantly. I'm into the DLC now, and the DLC is interesting because there's like a marked improvement. Like, all of the animations across the board are significantly better. They brought back a lot of Witcher 1 enemies, which is really fun.
Ooh. I'm still playing through Witcher 1. I played it like one session, and I got to the first town and took a break on accident.
Sure, yeah. No, it's Witcher 1's fine, but like Witcher 3 Blood and Wine, that's the expansion I'm on now. Hearts of Stone was interesting. It just expanded the main map you operate on, but Blood and Wine introduces like a whole brand new map where it's very pretty, just like the rest of the game. Everyone has an awful accent. Doesn't sound like anything. They just sound bad. And there's like a lot more Gwent to do, and all the good stuff. The
Does
new
this
mods.
tie into the Netflix show?
So the Netflix show is interesting because the Netflix show is a recap of the books, but it's in all the wrong order and the wrong things happen.
Oh, cool. So it's basically the books, except everything's wrong.
Kind of, yeah.
Haven't
It's
watched it.
it's okay. The villain is too much of a villain compared to the books. And like I said, everything happens in the wrong order, and they try to do this timeline shit that just doesn't work. It's too confusing. But moving on, Witcher 3 is great. In hindsight, it's very buggy. Blood and Wine, still very buggy, but like it improves on everything that was bad about Witcher 3.
Except the voices.
Yeah, except those, because every new character has a terrible accent. It's weird. Gwent, I may or may not have spent $30 on it.
Oh my god.
On
You know,
in-game Gwent.
yeah, or not in Witcher 3 Gwent, but like
Okay.
the standalone Gwent.
Oh, okay.
And it continues to be fun. I'm playing with like new deck ideas, and some of them are working, some of them aren't. I will try not to spend any more money on it because
Virtual
oof.
card games.
Yeah, and then beyond that, talking about monetary mistakes, I pre-ordered Grand Blue versus the Japanese version because that launches at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, and I accidentally bought two $100 yen cards.
Oh.
So one more than I intended to, and I only bought the $100 one because it was the only one PlayAsia was selling. So
Guess you have
whoops.
$100 worth of yen chilling.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, that'll come out in a couple hours. Looking forward to that. yeah, I hope it's as good as the beta was, because they've made a lot of changes to it, and I just not sure about those yet.
Yeah,
Well-
I'm interested in it. I'm interested to see how things turn out. We'll talk a bit more about Grand Blue as the show goes on, and we get to talking about well, the game itself and its English release date compared to the Japanese one, as well as this little thing called Evo, which we're going to talk about in a bit tonight.
Little.
But before we go
Smell the
and
stink from here.
yeah, but before we
Yeah, it's
talk
just a
about
small.
our wonderful favorite fighting game tournament, it's instead time to talk about our favorite wonderful little new indie game. This little game called Starfetchers.
That shit gangster.
All right, Dean.
Hey.
Listen, Dean, since you introduced me to the greatest indie game of the decade so far, I'm going to let you lead.
All right, Starfetchers. It came out. I want to say the 18th of January this year. I could. I'm not. I don't have any notes up right now, but it's a. I don't want to say this to make it sound like the most generic sounding and uh like indie game possible, but it's a pixelated 2D side scrolling like ultra violent games, kind of like your Katana Zeros.
Do you like hurting other people?
Do you like that? Is a very good thing. It has
Hurting
an
other people?
amazing art style. I love
Hurting-
it.
Hurting other people is a
It
very
had-
good thing.
Yeah, it's just you have a sword, and they have the fleshy bits, and those fleshy bits, they need that sword. So yeah, on screen is a kind of a thing I drew earlier today, where you play as a gang member, part of the Thorns. Either one of those two in the back there. You know, the ones who wondering who the fuck we are.
Yeah, sadly you cannot
Sadly,
play
the
as Dean or
DLC
I.
for the DLC for the GamerZone. It's in the works. It'll come out approximately 30/30.
Hmm.
So wait for that.
Yeah, it's gonna
gonna
take
be
it's gonna
fucking hype.
yeah, it's gonna take a long time to
We've
develop
been
because
working forever.
yeah, but it's especially difficult to try and make Dean's size work in the game, as he is only 2 feet tall, and in this
Yeah,
game
you can't
play
see
as
in that
normal.
image, but I'm
Yeah.
standing on a bar stool.
Yeah, and in this game you play as normal-sized human beings who aren't little goblin babies, so it's very difficult to play as him. I mean, anytime anybody tries to shoot for you, they can't hit him because they try and aim for the head, but where a normal person's head would be is just empty air because he's
It's
again,
really just play to win.
yeah,
Like pay to win.
yeah.
I mean.
Honestly, he's only 2 feet tall. He does black tar heroin in the Walmart parking lot. I'm not sure what else we can really do to make him work in this game.
I know that's been kind of the joke, but you could probably see a 2-foot tall gremlin who's doing black tar heroin in a Walmart parking lot in this game. This game's setting is fucked.
That's
in a great, amazing way.
and on top
It's
of that, Dean, in this game setting, that midget goblin doing black tar heroin in the Walmart parking lot would also probably be working for the U.S. government.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, he's a fucking narc.
But yeah, no, I love Starfetchers. It's a very, very, I guess, high energy is one way to put it. Which is
It has a very like a unique feel. It's really more like a Hotline Miami than a Katana Zero.
I'm not too keen on always just like comparing things to other things, but like when we just got like
the simplest way to describe
Right,
it.
right.
If you really wanted to experience what it's like, because it actually is very unique.
Mhm.
You have you use your mouse to control your sword. You can slow down time with left shift, or just I think any shift. Jump with space, WSD. That's all you need to know. You can deflect bullets with a sword, and you just go in slicing some fools.
yeah.
That's really all it is.
But I think what really adds to the energy and the combat flow is that, especially, I mean, this game has a very short death loop, which is something that it's like, I mean, it's a one-hit kill game. And in
Yeah.
those types of games, the way you can do it good or you can do it bad. Bit Trip Runner, if anyone else remembers that, did it horribly bad, where there were no checkpoints in the original. In the second game, they were spaced out pretty far for a game with, that much trial and error, which for this, I think this game gets the balance just right. There's just enough trial and error, and when you mess up, because you will, it's an instant respawn. There is no waiting, and
just hit R.
and there isn't really that much. I
The
guess
mo-
there
the
isn't
most
that
that
much
you
between
lose-
rooms so far.
Yeah, the most that you lose by dying is progress in a room. Some rooms are very small. You can find maybe 2 guys in there. One of them might have a gun and make you very upset. Sword plus gun combo, that's fucking brutal. But anyway, and then you got the big sprawling rooms with 3 levels in them. Those might cause you a little bit of trouble, but
I think
you can get through them very easily. Like, because if honestly, it's not a bad strategy just to hold your sword in front of you and just start hoping.
And I think one of the other things that really adds to the kill death loop being so satisfying to me is that every time I ran through one of those rooms and screwed up, like the run to it before I screwed up was generally pretty awesome. There were times where I would like gut an entire room, and then there's this one guy who's a fish man holding a sword at the end who'd mess me up. But then I'd go through that room again, and it was just as satisfying as the first time to gut all those people all over again. It's a very, very quick, very satisfying game. And I'd compare its like death restart loop and trial and error almost, I think, to, and this is an old comparison, but Super Meat Boy, funny enough.
Yeah, Super Meat Boy is a very,
and I
it's
think
that fast.
And it's like,
You mean like I want to be the guy?
I Want to Be a Guy is a good comparison too.
Yeah.
Instead of like manual checkpoints though, or save points, it's just every time you enter a new room through a door, that's when a checkpoint happens.
Right, and it's like, when it comes to like comparisons, again, I'm not very fond of them, but like it's the first thing that came to my mind when I was going through it. Is like, there's very few games that do trial and error this well. I think Super Meat Boy is one of them.
Hey Andy, can you think you can get like one of the trailers on Steam up for the like, because it's really hard to describe what this game looks like. It's very much like a Hotline Miami, but with more of an Adult Swim aesthetic.
That is a very good way to describe it, and yeah, I will bring one of those up. I'm a little worried about audio and stuff, but one moment.
Just mute it. Just mute it. We're going to talk over it.
Okay.
I'm going to have a delay because I don't see the source, but.
Okay, one moment.
This game on
go to
it's
broadcast,
free on Steam.
Display capture.
It's Star Fetchers. It's I'm a broke ass bitch, but if I had money, I would actually pay like just to support this guy because it's fucking great.
And for what it's worth, this first hour of the game is free on Steam. You can't buy the full game yet. It's a good demo.
Yeah, here's the video on stream right now.
Right. So you can get an idea of how this game looks.
It has a actually pretty engaging plot, even though it's kind of simple. But
think Quentin Tarantino meets Adult Swim.
Yeah, that's a good way. Less N-words.
And fewer feet.
Woof. Why even play it?
Yeah.
I do appreciate though that it's like, I talk about how I dislike comparing things to other things by just saying it's like this thing, but there are times where that really is all you can do, and I hate it.
It's.
I mean, sometimes just using something that more people are more familiar with to describe something is. I feel like
comparisons are useful. Like some can be very apt.
Right.
But
right.
Yeah.
It's a very stylish game, and it's just this like hodgepodge of weird, and that's precisely what I like.
It's one of those games that really just hit me in my creative soul, where I just I want to start drawing these characters.
Right.
The blonde member, Zambezi, who's on screen right now, well, probably past, but anyway, her design, I love it.
I think I love every single design in this game for. Most characters. I mean, the mooks aren't necessarily anything to write home about usually, but when it gets to like the bosses,
Suburban Satan was pretty cool. He's actually my favorite boss design.
Yeah, no, he's great. There's just a lot I love about this game. I would heavily recommend going to Steam, just playing it here.
Yeah, it's on screen right now.
Yep. Just go search the store, Star Fetchers. There it is. Episode. I guess they just kind of redid how things are done.
It used to be called the pilot, but now they're going to release it in episodes.
Right.
I actually didn't know that.
I guess they got a trailer here for episode 1. I'm not sure if it's just the same as the pilot things, but
it's very short. I think it's new though.
Is it just a logo?
It might be just a logo.
Well, it's just a logo.
Or something. Oh yeah, another thing we didn't talk about. This game has a crazy soundtrack.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know how to fucking describe it.
I'll
Andy, you
tell
try.
Tell you what. Let me see if I can get the audio on this trailer just right.
Okay, let's just listen to this trailer.
Does this trailer have the soundtrack? Let's see. There we go. Alright, that's probably a good place to call it on the
Yeah,
music.
we can go back to the art style.
But
I mean.
But that gives you a decent idea of just kind of how out there this is, and I'm very, very, very fond of it.
I love it. The soundtrack, it kind of takes a very old hip hop like approach, but where it takes like samples of something, it kind of loops over it or whatever. I can't describe it very well because I'm not very musically inclined.
I'm musically inclined, but even I have trouble finding the words for it exactly. Trying to think of how I could word it, but it's sample heavy. It's a lot of fun to listen to. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a very enjoyable game.
It's free. It's less than an hour. Fucking play it. Oh my god.
The developer...
And then go follow the developer on Twitter.
Listen, he retweeted a post that happened to include the GamerZone, so...
Yeah, he retweeted
that's how you know,
artwork.
that's how you know he's not an ARC.
What the brown?
Anyways, looking at the chat now, Mirage Leonardo 84 said Never Alone and Cosmic Star Heroine were two of my favorite Steam indie games. I need to check out both of those. I heard great things about Cosmic Star Heroine, and that's a game I've been meaning to check out for like a long time. It's been on the list. As for Never Alone, I think I know exactly.
I look at the store page right now. It's $15.
Yeah, I know.
It kind of looks like an Inuit journey. With
yes, and it's a very authentic game from what I know. It's in the sense that it's like I think they had native Inuits working on it.
And I'm looking at Cosmic Star Heroine right now.
And it's a very good looking game, and I do need to play it sometime. When it comes to indie games, and rather the indie game Gold Rush, which is the second time we've mentioned a Gold Rush from the early 2010s on the stream today. In that case, I would say my favorite probably would be Bastion, which is still one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, you're going to be preaching about that for years.
Listen, it's been 8 years since I played Bastion for the first time, and I still adore it.
If you start up the game and experience that silky smooth narrator voice, you're gonna fall in love. That game's narrator.
It changed me.
I want him to tell me bedtime stories.
A fine room full of fighting people.
And Supergiant in general is a very cool, very interesting indie developer who makes a lot of very good indie games. Bastion is just the tip of the iceberg. Check them out. Check out Starfetchers. Check out a lot of games, actually.
Yeah. I can't wait for any future episodes of Starfetchers.
But are you gaming right now? Hey, you. Are you gaming?
I am.
You gaming out there? Why the fuck aren't you gaming?
Because you're busy listening to a podcast, Colton. You don't do that in game at the same time. It's illegal.
Maybe you don't.
Jordan, are you playing Dead Island right now?
No.
Why does Discord say you're playing Dead Island?
Well, I'm not though. I'm in the podcast.
No.
Jordan, did you know that podcasting and gaming at the same time is in fact illegal in 17 different states?
Yeah, I happen to live in Alabama where it's not illegal.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That is the sweet home
of Alabama.
Maybe I need to move there.
Don't.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, if need be, you can stay with me, bro.
Yeah, he
Alright.
got he got a little doghouse for you, right in
No,
front of you.
I legit have another sleeping cot here.
Ooh, got
So
another message in chat. The Messenger. That's a game I really wanted to play. This is really just an indie game segment at this point.
yeah, the messenger. Oh, the messenger's awesome. I
Yeah,
haven't
it's
finished.
that
I
Ninja
didn't.
Gaiden inspired game.
Yeah, I have
Oh.
not finished it yet. I do need to go
The
back and
original
play.
NES and Ninja Gaidens, not the 3D ones. Had to
Uh,
clarify.
yeah, the messenger. It's one of those games that it's just like another ones that I love a lot about it. I was playing through it pretty quick, but then it was just like a life thing that happened, which is what happened to most of my backlog. Like I'll get pretty heavy into a game and I'll be like, "Wow, this is the best thing since sliced bread," and then wham, it's like my schedule for
Then
work
the
is screwed up
troubles.
or work life things happen, and it's like I have trouble getting back into it by the time those are fixed.
Yeah,
Um,
the Messenger is one of those games that I've actually been purposely avoiding, just in case I ever had the funds to just pick it up for because I
I think it might still be on
whenever I have the
PC Game
chance.
Pass. I know it was at
If it
launch.
is, if it is, I should really install that. Just open up
It's
my Xbox.
excellent, especially
Mm-hmm.
I will also say the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack was Rainbow Dragon Eyes. I think he was the one who did that.
Yeah, it reminds me of the effort put into games like Shovel Knight.
Yeah, that is absolutely a good comparison.
Yeah.
I love a lot of indie games. I love. I think the majority of the ones I got super into were early
Yeah.
2010s, but that was when I was like early 2010s. I was super into the indie scene. I was following it. I was following developers. I was following all sorts of little indie blogs and indie dev guides and stuff like that. It was a time where I was actually really inspired to start making my own game, but
We'll get there.
there's one of these days.
It's work trying to learn how all that math shit. Yeah,
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 no,
Mama never told me to do no math.
I haven't played a whole lot of indie games recently, and to be honest with you, I don't really intend to. I
Got
don't
that
know.
Witcher 3 backlog.
I've got like a niche set of interests, and most of the time, indie games don't hit them. Basically, what I'm saying is, if
You're
you're an
dead to
indie
me.
dev, you don't matter. Give up.
What? Bro.
Oh jeez.
Damn, coming in here with the unpopular opinions that's gonna get them shot in the parking lot.
I mean, I suppose there are people out there that only play sports games. They don't like any other type of game. So
If you're the FIFA devs, DM me.
oh
Oh
man.
boy. Now, as for the other game that Mirage mentioned here, Turok 64 Remastered. That's
I only played
Oh,
Turok on the 64 as a very small child. I got very scared and then
Dude.
stopped playing.
You've been able to get Turok 2 on Steam. And I've been really tempted to get that due to the fact that I grew up playing that game. That game was my jam.
If you're a Turok dev, give up.
I mean, technically they did because their studio isn't around anymore.
They're already dead, dude.
If you're a Turok dev, DM me, please.
If
Oh,
you're,
he
if you're a
says
Turok
they
dev,
fixed the tank controls and improved the AI in the remaster. That's really good. I think did Night Dive do that remaster?
I don't know.
I know Night Dive kind of went on a buying spree with IPs.
if you're a Turok dev, DM me, but only if you did the remake.
Actually, yeah, there it is. Published by Night Dive Studios. They've really
nice.
been on a roll. I know they also picked up the System Shock licenses. They're remaking System Shock 1.
Oh, that sounds like a lot of fun.
I think they even licensed it out to have a System Shock 3 game in development now, though its details
Oh
are
my
sparse.
god. I feel like Coleman
River
can
City-
actually talk about River City Girls, though.
I haven't actually played it. I
You're dead
wanted
to me.
to. I wanted to, but I didn't like. I didn't get it because it didn't have online, basically.
Oh,
And
damn.
Parsec is really hit or miss with the way my internet works. So I just never wound up getting it. It looks fun.
It does. You can dab to attack.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, everything about it looks good. Like
I love
like-
Way Forward so much.
I like
I've been preaching Shantae for years.
I like that you can unlock Kunio and Ricky and stuff. Like, I don't know. The whole game looks cool. I didn't
Yeah,
play it.
I want to pick that up. I think I'm going to use something like Parsec or Stream or Steam. Sorry, Steam. What is it called?
Steam.
Steam Remote Play.
Broadcast.
Steam.
Yeah, remote play.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you can
Broadcast.
just
Yeah.
have your friends play local co-op games with you. I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna give that a go. Maybe we'll end up trying that out on stream. I do want to eventually, like, actually play games on my semi-ironic gamer podcast that happens to be called the GamerZone, where we don't actually play video games.
But we do talk about Kurt Cobain.
Yeah, all the
In
time.
fact, if you've been wondering where Kurt Cobain was, just know he's been here the entire time. Look towards the sun and look at it closely. You can see him. He's watching.
You're not supposed to give out the secrets like that, dude.
We need to let them know the truth.
The sun is really basically just a giant shotgun blast in the sky.
Ugh.
I
That's
mean-
how it got there.
Yeah.
Before that, there was an infinite void, but through Kurt Cobain's spirit, he created light.
Also,
I think that's how it happened.
River
Yeah,
City,
welcome to the GamerZone, the third most popular Kurt Cobain conspiracy theory video game podcast.
You got that down. Even I haven't said it that fast.
I really want to see
You gotta
the
believe
other
it.
two.
Number two?
No,
Andy, who's
the
number two
other
again?
two, like the
Oh,
first
the other
two.
two.
No, see, we keep going down because new ones keep getting made.
Actually, we're just getting shittier in production that people just don't like us anymore.
Hmm.
You know, we used to be millionaires. You know,
Anymore.
Speak for yourself.
I used to have money. Now I'm here doing a video game podcast with Kurt Cobain watching over my every move.
All right, your page just got docked.
My heroin.
That's right. That's 1 gram less for you.
Oh, you motherfucker. I don't think we have much more to say about, because I don't want to talk about more of Starfetchers because it could potentially get into spoilers.
Yeah, in summary, play Starfetchers, play Bastion, play River City
Please.
Girls, play a lot of indie games.
You have no reason not to,
And should you...
unless you're my friend Brad and doesn't have a computer.
Yeah, Brad has a lot of reasons to not play cool indie games. That's
Fuck
why...
you, Brad.
What? No.
Fuck
Shut
you,
up,
Brad.
Brad.
Don't be mean to Brad.
No,
Brad,
fuck him. He's not even alive. I messaged him saying the stream was about to start. He hasn't even seen it. Fuck
Yeah,
him.
Brad.
Oh man.
I'm
Yeah,
not
Brad,
going to
you
ask him for a
poor-ass
Fire
bitch.
Emblem Heroes build anymore.
Yeah, get
You know
some
what?
money,
I
idiot.
will.
Berkut's not even cool. It's Alm. Alm is the only good one.
But listen, now we're talking about how
Oh, no,
we
my
can
Alm
fight
is
people,
pretty good.
which is my great segue into Evo.
Oh no! Fuck! Oh shit!
Oh.
He's in the chat!
Okay,
Oh my
Get a computer, you broke ass bitch.
I didn't mean it. I didn't...
Oh.
Feels bad, dude.
Oh my god!
You
holy
invoked his wrath.
I mentioned Berkut and he just came.
Oh,
Oh.
Mirage is asking us some more questions here. What do you want
Oh
to
yeah,
see?
actual questions. What time we at?
Let's see.
We're nearing the hour.
Yeah, we're good. Let's see. The new Nintendo Direct next week. I did not actually know that the Direct was announced. I guess I missed that. Things I'd like to
We're
see the
supposed to
Nintendo
keep
Direct.
up to date on gaming news, bro.
Listen, man, I've been busy. I've been hoping you guys can cover for me.
I mean, I can start keeping a lookout.
I'd
I thought
appreciate it.
That's what you were supposed to do, man.
But as for
Thank
stuff in the new
you.
Nintendo Direct, I definitely want to see Bayonetta 3. That's my biggest thing. I really...
Oh yeah, Bayonetta's a thing.
Bayonetta is announced for Smash. It's a second Bayonetta.
No, you know what
There's
Platinum
okay,
needs to do?
listen,
Or
aren't there-
Anarchy Reigns too, which I'm not gonna get into
that,
it right
that would
now.
be amazing, though. if
It
they-
really would.
Or
Shut
even
it.
like another Mad World, because I really
Mhm.
enjoyed Mad World, even though it was with control. You know,
Yeah, if it's a Wii game, it's very interesting. If Jordan, if you're gonna be here next week and we can get Scott on, we're gonna be talking all about Mad World and Anarchy Reigns because we've been wanting to talk about that, but since Scott has fucking work like a loser, we can't.
Can we get Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 ported to Switch? That's something I really would like.
No.
That sounds rad.
I
Mario
really-
Galaxy
No.
1 is still one of my favorite games of all time.
I loved Mario Galaxy, and I've got really fond memories of playing through it with my little brother when we got it for Christmas many, many years ago. I'd be very happy to see that
Playing it
happen.
alone, wondering how you unlock Luigi, not realizing that you actually could unlock Luigi. I'm just a bad gamer.
Just for all of your weird positivity, we're gonna get Garfield Kart and Duck Dynasty ported to Switch instead.
Duck Dynasty. No, that's
like-
fucking cursed.
Oh, let's see. I'm
Oh,
thinking
man.
and thinking though. Like Bayonetta is like the main thing I want to see. The second thing I want to see is like No More Heroes 3, which I think those two
Oh,
are
yeah.
pretty
Oh,
telling about
yeah.
my interest in games right now.
Mhm.
But yeah, like No More Heroes, give me more.
Suda 5-1, get out of your vat of acid or whatever you're in. Start working on games again.
He is. I mean, we got Travis Strikes
Oh,
Again.
we broke 'em out, yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
got
they
No
did
More.
announce it.
They did announce No More Heroes
I
3.
firmly believe that Suda 5-1 isn't a person. He's actually just sort of like a chemical agent created by Japan
Ooh.
as a chemical weapon.
Oddworld. Okay, Mirage says during Oddworld Inhabitants Twitch live stream, they gave me a free download code for Oddworld Stranger's Wrath on the Switch. Stranger's Wrath is very, very, very good.
Oddworld is very good. I played it on the PlayStation.
Oh wow. Stranger's Wrath is actually my only experience with the Oddworld series. Like I know about the other games. I've been and there. It's another case of it's on the list where my backlog, like my backlog, is just like always with me. It's like my shadow, my very intimidating shadow that grows with every second of the day. But yeah, Stranger's Wrath. That when did that one originally release? It was
I couldn't tell you.
I think it was like 04.
We can just look it up. We
Yeah.
have the internet at our fingertips.
Yeah, but I need you to talk so that when I type into Google, they don't hear my keyboard.
They're always going to hear the keyboard, and I'm not going to help you because I accidentally ended up on Planet Minecraft. I don't know how I got here.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm downloading skins. Oh, I'm free.
Okay, January
Alright,
25th, 2005. But okay, also why didn't they put Travis Touchdown in Smash Bros? Okay, now this is the segue I've been looking for.
Oh,
Because
God.
they did announce the Evo lineup tonight. Where they do have
fighting games.
Yeah.
That's my area of expertise.
This is where I can go and shit my pants and get me some Cocoa Popsies.
You're so fucking
Because-
lucky.
Oh my
All
god.
right. Anyhow, if you'll allow me to take the wheel.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just like that famous song, Jesus Take the Wheel. But instead of Jesus, I'll be the one taking the wheel. All right, just like an hour ago, they announced the Evo lineup. Last year, they had 7 games. I don't remember what they were because I didn't fucking go and I don't fucking care. But that was a downgrade from the 9 games they'd had like the 3 years prior to that. So it seemed very odd. And going into the new year, everyone was like, well, we have so many fucking games now. What are they going to do? And that's how it's been kind of for the last 2 years. So they started off slowly. They announced Smash Ultimate, which is no shit, really. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh
and
wait,
then-
one of the most popular games on fucking like the all time right now.
Literally fighting game of the year, according to the Game Awards.
Game Awards. That's the one where they had the Muppets.
Jeff Keighley is fucking dining on Doritos tonight. Let me
Andy,
tell
check
you.
Telegram.
And then after that, they announced Tekken 7. Again, no fucking shit. I can't wait to see 8 different Leroys in top 8. It'll be a really exciting finals. After that was Street Fighter 5. I am baffled, to be perfectly honest with you. This would be the 20th year in a row that they had Street Fighter at Evo. And then they did Dragon Ball Fighters. This one is actually a little interesting. Dragon Ball Fighters has been stupid popular for a long time, but it's been kind of falling off because we haven't gotten a lot of information on season 3, and there's been a weird problem with like tournaments and advertising that came and went. There hasn't been too many problems since, but it is nice to see it back. It's kind of an obvious pick, but like I said, there was a little weirdness earlier in the year. This is where we get into the less obvious stuff, because the next game they announced was Samurai Showdown. I didn't think this game would see another year, and I don't really.
Sam Show.
I don't know if there was a reason for it to see another year. I like the game a lot. So we'll see how it does. Last year, I think, was kind of a clusterfuck at the end. Someone who sucks ass won. So the game's been rebalanced and changed a whole lot, and season 2 should be starting by the time Evo rolls around, which is introducing a bunch of characters who are infamously broken across their different games. So
Sweet.
we'll see what happens with Samurai Showdown. Should be fun. After that was Uniclair, which, yeah, I mean, after last year's success, it makes sense that Under Night would come back. There's a new version coming out.
Oh
It
yeah.
it should be good. We have yet to see like just how much has changed. As I understand, every character got at least like one new move, and Laundreki is added to the game. But it is technically a new game. As I also kind of skimmed over this, but Street Fighter V is getting a new version by the time Evo rolls
Is Street
around.
Fighter V good now?
More or less, yes. People have liked the new changes they made. The addition of V Skill 2 has varied up the game a whole lot.
Okay.
And the game has got like 40 characters now. So the initial problem I had when Street Fighter V launched was there was no characters I really liked. I played Nikali kind of just because he was the only character that fit, and I didn't really enjoy playing Nikali. Now I have like 5 characters I'm interested in. So that's been the case for a lot of people with Street Fighter V. But
Are they still having parking lot multi-blood tournaments?
I mean,
Always.
yes and no. I mean, Melty Blood is a game that you're only going to play on like PCs, and the people who are going to own it are going to have, portable methods to get it to tournaments. So
Yeah.
you're going to find them where you're going to find them. That was just an infamously bad example because a venue had to be vacated.
Okay, now I've got a
Then-
question, Colton.
Okay.
With all the information that we've got on Street Fighter V right now and the Champion Edition, I'm curious, how do you think it stacks up against Alpha 3 and the complete versions of 4?
See, that's an interesting question because, especially with regards to like Alpha, if you want to like backtrack across all the Street Fighters because they each have like fucking 8 editions, I would say it does pretty well. Against Street Fighter 4 Ultra, it's just gonna be preference. Ultra Street Fighter 4 has a lot of complex system mechanics, but and a lot of people, like myself included, I kind of miss a lot of the things that you would find in Street Fighter 4. Street Fighter 5 has a lot of situations where people, depending on the character, kind of tend to do the same thing. There's certain characters that are designed in ways where you can do a whole fucking lot with them, like Urian or Ibuki. But Street Fighter 4, because of the FADC system, you got a whole lot more variation. Whereas like Alpha is weird because it's got a lot of stuff that isn't, I guess, normal for a Street Fighter game. If you're looking at the rest of the series, it's got like air blocking and custom combo and all that kind of shit. So it's really hard to compare. And any old Street Fighter Alpha included, obviously has balancing issues. Whereas Street Fighter 4 and 5, the further we get into fighting games, the less balancing issues there typically are. So Street Fighter 5, at least in that regard, stacks up pretty well. I think there's still a lot of people who aren't happy with it just because of like the history of it and a lot of problems with just like up until this point, like microtransactions were really fucking bad in terms of costumes and stuff.
Oh god.
And I would not be surprised if there's still a lot of characters that can't, or a lot of people that can't find characters that they like.
I always live in Character Crisis. It's my home. It's right next to the cabinets.
I mean, and Street Fighter 5 is weird because a lot of the characters change fundamentally. Alex from Third Strike is one of my favorite Street Fighter characters, period. Cannot stand him in Street Fighter 5. I don't think he's fun at all. So, yeah, but kind of continuing on with the Evo roundup. Soul Calibur 6 was announced next. I'm a little surprised at this one, just because I think this is the most. This and Sam Show, I think, are the most like flexible spots where it's like you didn't really need this. Um, Soul Calibur 6 does have a season 2, which has started now, and it will be continuing soon with Haomaru. Um, by Evo, that should have one or two more characters, and it is a really good game. But if you have a limit of 9 spots, Soul Calibur 6 does kind of feel like an odd pick. Uh, Needless to say, I'll be excited to see it. Moving on, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. That'll be the next game. That seemed like a shoe in.
Yeah.
That game should be really good. It's really simple, really easy to pick up, but I think people will be surprised by how much it can be expanded on. And by the time Evo rolls around, it should have a bigger cast of probably 15 or 16 characters by that point. And I think it'll do well. The thing that's interesting about Grand Blue Fantasy, actually, I'll get back to that point. I'll finish this up first.
Yeah, we got
Um,
a Grand Blue topic later tonight.
Right. And then the last game and the biggest surprise of them all is Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Oh, they're
Yeah.
tweeting like crazy about that right now.
Oh yeah.
So what's interesting about this is that it is being presented as one of the 9 games, but like some of the older Evos, it is an invitational. So like the few times Skullgirls has been at Evo, it was not in an official like entry tournament, it was an invitational. And things like, there's been a bunch of games like that, especially a lot of old classics like Street Fighter 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 this time is going to be an 8-man invitational featuring only Evo winners for the Marvel series. As far as I understand from what he said, it technically, knowing that it technically isn't one of the 9 games, it's more of like there are 8 games and this is a bonus, but it's still kind of bad optics when certain games didn't make the cut because of a fucking 20-year-old game. Needless to say, people love Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and people will be excited to see it come back.
Personally, I'm very excited
baby,
for.
Marvel.
I'm very excited for that. I'm very excited that they're finally going to take me for a ride.
Yeah.
On your big green tractor? What the fuck are you talking about?
Have you not played Marvel vs. Capcom 2?
No, I'm a fucking cretin.
Okay, then we're going to fix that one of these days.
Oh no, I'm gonna get invited to Parsec and still kick your ass on accident.
No, I'm going to break into your house with a Sega Dreamcast and a copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I'm gonna smash through the window. I'm gonna break that window down with a Dreamcast, and I'm gonna have a backup Dreamcast that doesn't have any broken glass in it. Because that first Dreamcast is going to be the one I have with the broken light that can't read discs.
Can you take that Dreamcast and crush my skull with it?
I might.
Yes.
Okay. Well, now that we've talked about the lineup, I would like to talk about all the games that got fucking cheated this year. So once again, MVCI came out. People hated it. It was universally panned. It's an actually okay game, but
it's
whatever.
the worst Marvel vs. Capcom game.
That's not true.
journalists say that it's kind of bad. Okay, have you
That's-
seen John Lee's face?
Andy, I'm going to tell you right now that that's actually not even true. But MVC2 beat it. That's fine. The thing that's really interesting is recently I've been seeing a revival of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm more surprised that isn't here in some capacity, but whatever. The game that really, honestly, truly got cheated was Jump Force.
Jump Force! Fuck, dude.
But the other game that got honestly cheated was Mortal Kombat 11.
Okay.
Because that's a community that's not at all represented in this Evo lineup. That game's still going strong. It's still getting DLC, and it's probably going to get a season 2 because of leaks that we've seen.
Fuck, I want Jump Force then now.
Shut up. And then the other obvious game that you're gonna see bitching about is the other Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers Melee. Mr. Wizard has kind of taken a hard stance of like, I don't give a shit anymore about Melee, which is like rip to them, I guess.
The internet's on fire.
Yeah,
It's very stinky.
I don't care. And then there's kind of like the unknowns, like these are kind of up in the air with Guilty Gear Strive and King of Fighters 15. They're probably just not going to be out in time for Evo.
Yeah, no, I can't. I don't think they will.
Guilty Gear.
You can inject Guilty Gear Strive right into my veins for the record.
Please do.
But
Yes.
talking about Guilty Gear, there's also the issue of Dragon Ball Fighters and Grand Blue Fantasy beating out either of the BlazBlue games and the current Guilty Gear we have right now. Some people take issue to that. Guilty Gear's been falling off for a while. Strive should be the revival of that. And BlazBlue BB Tag, I don't see getting anything new for a while. Same with Central Fiction. So,
Oh my fucking god.
anyhow, I hope to see Jump Force 2 in Evo 2021.
God, I'd love that. That game's just so fair.
Yeah.
While we're on the subject of fighting games being featured at Evo, I think we can just kind of cut over to talking about Grand Blue Fantasy's release dates.
Thank you, Andy, by the way.
You're welcome. Because it's launching March 3rd in North America, and it's launching in, what did you say, 8 hours? Probably 7
hours.
Okay.
9 hours from now.
Okay, 9 hours from now.
I didn't know time works like that.
Yeah.
In Japan, it'll be March 3rd in 9 hours.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm. They're a whole month ahead of us.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
It's a very advanced time system, but yeah,
I love living on Super Jupiter.
Yeah, we gotta wait nearly a month
Before our rotation.
Ugh.
But yeah, I mean, we've been waiting a long ass time for them to reveal
Jump Force 2.
Well, for that, and also for them to reveal the the Grand Blue versus English release date. It's like it was literally a week before Japanese launch when they decided to fucking tell us that, hey, yeah, it'll be out in a month, which is like fine because it's got a lot of single player content. And from what I understand, they are recording a dub, so that makes the extra month make a little more sense.
I need those voice actors to do their thing.
Yeah, that game should have a fuckload of content in terms of like story mode and like there's an RPG mode. There's co-op beat 'em up stuff.
Do we know how the RPG mode works?
So from what I understand, it's like a co-op beat 'em up style thing. Like you're playing the fighting game, but both players are on one side, and then there's like goons that come in, and then big bosses that have permanent super armor, and you have skills that you can assign just via your gear. It has the actual Grand Blue Fantasy weapon grid of a 3x3 grid of like weapons and summons that affect your stats and not much else. That's about all I know. I know there's a story mode. I know that if you beat the RPG mode, you will get the first DLC character for free.
Oh, that's interesting.
That's about all we know about it. Regarding the DLC, it's a little interesting because before we even got the English release date, we did see animations for the second DLC character. So she's already half done, at least.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
And
But
we can go back to our names on the slide.
Oh yeah, we can go back to the round table slide, I think.
But yeah, that game comes out soon. Should be good.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'm very interested in Grand Blue. I can't wait to play it. I can't wait for Guilty Gear Strive. I'm very, very, very interested in Arxis at the moment, though I do have a little concern with. You and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago about how the main difference between Guilty Gear Strive and Grand Blue, and I'm probably going to word this poorly as I paraphrase, but the main difference between them and how they play is mostly going to be found in their characters.
A little bit, but also like the key difference is going to come from like the cooldown system that Grand Blue has. And until either game comes out, we can't know for certain that that's going to be the case.
Right.
Guilty Gear Strive is really up in the air about how the mechanics are actually going to flesh out, because every time they've published something recently, they put out a build to a recent event where the air dashes were delayed by like a whole second.
What
It
the
felt like
brown?
it felt like Injustice 2, where you would input an air dash and then that air dash would come out like half a second later.
Hmm.
And that was intentional. That was not like an input delay thing. That was a mechanic.
What?
And a lot of people complained about that, and it sounds like that won't stick. So right now they're just trying a whole bunch of stuff. So we don't actually have a concrete idea of how Guilty Gear Strive is going to play at all yet.
Okay.
It was looking very similar to Grand Blue for a little while there, but I think by the end it probably won't resemble it much.
I'm interested to see how that turns out. I'm not the
Love
type of I'm not the type of person who believes necessarily that Arxis can do no wrong, but they are probably my favorite fighting game developer. I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Yeah. They're a fan favorite right now. They've had a lot of really successful launches.
Hmm.
They've had a few that aren't so successful, but nobody notices those. So
Yeah, we just try to forget about those.
They didn't happen.
Yeah, they didn't happen.
Shh.
All right, well, moving on through our
That's
news
a lot
list.
of fucking fighting game talk. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, hey, fighting games, indie games, it's been pretty good.
It's
It's
gaming.
kind of like how all this shit with Evo coming up, like not even like an hour before the stream or whatever.
Yeah, it
listen,
just,
you can talk about Starfetchers for hours. I can talk about fighting games for
I
hours.
didn't talk about it for like 20 minutes. I don't know. I didn't time it. Probably
Yeah,
like,
well, fighting games are just really
fighting.
great,
Okay,
in
I
my
will say
opinion.
fighting games are more popular than Starfetchers.
Yeah, so
I'm just bitching.
rip.
Yeah, you don't see Starfetchers at Evo, do you, huh?
Give it a second. Episode 3. I don't know.
Episode 3 is going to be there. Don't worry.
I'm just looking at the bullet points and I'm seeing Granblue, which is a fighting game, right next to Evo, and I can only assume Demon X Machina is a fighting game as well.
Actually, no, this is where
No,
I
it's
come in.
not.
I've been
Demon
activated.
X Machina.
Damon X
Yeah,
Machina.
let's talk about Demon X Machina.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
So Damon
Machina.
X Machina is a mech combat game created by a team. I believe it's an independent developer team. I don't. Let me take a quick look. I know it's published by Marvelous. And they have absolutely
Marvelous, baby.
messed
Marvelous.
up that game's marketing. Okay, so it's actually developed by Marvelous themselves internally, but the team on it is a lot of people who are ex From Software, a lot of ex Armored Core devs, and I don't own a Switch. I have not yet played the game. I've looked into it, and from a lot of the Armored Core fan base news and the stuff I've read about it is very much kind of an evolution of a lot of ideas introduced in the 4th generation of Armored Core.
I only know Armored Core because you'd constantly send me clips of it.
Okay.
Like how the president, fucking up the vice president.
That's Metal Wolf Chaos.
What?
Two very different games, but
Both
I
are
can
very
I don't know what you're talking about. man.
okay, I can talk about their history later, but I think what I'll talk about now is just kind of explaining how they play. You can customize and build a giant robot. In Armored Core, it is far more on the simulation end, where you are charged for every bullet you fire and every hit you take, which comes out of your paycheck for completing missions such as killing
what about
poor
every
people.
Step you take and breath you make.
They'll be watching you and they'll deduct it from your paycheck.
You'll be billed.
Now, Daemon X Machina is different than that. It's less heavy on the simulation elements, far heavier on the action. Seems to certainly control better, but it was stuck on the Switch with lots and lots of frame rate issues, and it's now coming to PC. Formerly a Switch exclusive for just a couple of months. It came out in September
now it can
2019
run
for
good.
Switch. Comes out on February the 13th for PC. It's going to be out on Steam.
You're in a giant robot kicking shit up.
That's a pretty good description. Yeah, you can fly, you can fight, you can shoot, you can use swords.
Swords.
I'm very interested in it. I know it's not necessarily going to be everything I wanted from an Armored Core sequel, because they do try some different things, but I'm willing to try something different.
Hey, different's the spice of life.
Yeah, something like that. Let me say it this way, though. It interests me far more than Generation 5 Armored Core did. It'll be out on Steam February 13th. They're currently charging $60 when not on discount, but there is a pre-purchase discount. It goes down to $48 prior to tax if you live in a region where taxes are applied to Steam. Sadly, I do.
However, if you are a African king and don't have taxes,
Yeah, I mean,
that's
listen,
just
if I was a
$48.
ruler, I wouldn't charge myself taxes.
That's the truth right there.
I mean, it's like paying yourself effectively, isn't it?
Okay, maybe I would charge myself taxes.
What, you would spend money to the man?
Listen,
is
if
yourself.
I was the man, I would give myself money all the time, and then I would
But that
deduct
means
it.
you're spending money to the man.
Yeah,
But you are the man, so of course.
Yeah, it's
That's-
like when I am the man, it doesn't
Morally, I
matter.
don't think you could ever deal with that, and I don't want to be associated with you anymore.
Listen, you ever plug
And-
both ends of a charging cord into the device? No, you haven't. I want to know what it's like to do that, but with my finances.
Infinite power.
And it's got to be infinite money, dude. That's how it works. I just like I become king. I
Doesn't it
charge.
just deteriorate the battery though?
Infinite power.
I have to think about this.
Dude, if you plug a an outlet into an outlet, you're just taking all the power from the power companies, and you have it for yourself.
But
No,
you know,
more
Dean,
more than
listen,
likely, you're
Dean,
probably just gonna cause like a shortage.
you know what they
Probably.
say: power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Oh, I need to take a shit.
Oh well.
Join the fucking club.
But also, what's very interesting to me about Daemon X Machina on Steam here.
It's on sale.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
that
I said
pre-sale.
I said the
for
pre-sale
pre-ordering.
bonus, but additionally,
Yeah.
it does have the online PvP and co-op missions brought over to PC. I was a little worried those would stay Switch exclusive because usually what I've noticed is whenever these little, I say little, but I mean in terms of popularity, there's a small market for mech games, and it hurts every day of my life.
Have you
Speaking of which, I'm gonna pre-order it real quick. Hold up.
Thank you, Jordan.
Holy
Thank
shit,
you.
He's just
Thank-
dead ass gonna do it.
Thank you, Jordan, for supporting the cause. Tell me how the port is.
Andy, have you
Alright,
ever?
so what I'm understanding is you need me to pre-order it for you as well. I got you.
No, don't
Thank
do
you, Jordan,
that.
for supporting the cause.
He's gonna put it on his backlog and feel terrible.
Andy, have you ever considered that game has
No,
crossed
this is
over
a
with
mech
things-
game. You don't understand. This game he'll always play.
That game has crossed over with things both of us like.
Actually, yeah, there was a Witcher collaboration, there was an Eureka 7
That's right.
collaboration, there was a Code Geass collaboration. Now,
You can play as fucking Geralt. That shit's
Geralt?
hilarious.
no,
Whoa,
yeah, actually,
he's like really handsome.
First, Geralt went back to a different dimension to beat the fuck out of Nightmare and Siegfried. Now he gets to pilot a robot.
Oh my god.
He also got to hunt down monsters. Don't
That's
forget
true.
that.
He did that as well.
I'm
He
really,
also got to
Don't know
be-
why.
He also got to be played by Superman.
Yeah.
I'm really interested to see if the Geralt thing comes over to PC because they said that like a lot of the Japanese collaboration stuff wouldn't, but those things also, as far as I know, didn't come out on the Switch in the West. So, but the Geralt stuff did. So it's like I don't see any reason why it wouldn't come to PC, and I hope it does because it's a cool game. At least it seems like a cool game. I want to play it. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah, you're going to play it.
I'm going to play it. I just hope the port's good. System requirements aren't really taxing or anything.
Yeah.
But you know what is taxing? Daemon X Machina on the Switch because it's powered by cardboard.
I don't know. The Switch generally does alright on games.
Yeah,
At least for me. At least mine has.
Well, okay, like I'm not. I say that half jokingly because I do like the Switch. I just think it's kind of lacking in power, which there's been all sorts of speculation around a Switch Pro. All sorts of insiders who are certain Nintendo's going to announce a brand new Switch model this year.
Well, that shit ain't happening.
Yep. Nintendo has announced that they have, quote-unquote, no plans to launch a new Switch model in 2020.
I think it's fine. I
Yeah.
don't care.
Honestly, it doesn't bug me too much. For games like Daemon X Machina that do have frame rate issues on the Switch, I'm just not going to play them on the Switch since they're getting ported to PC. But
I think if any game has multiple options, where it clearly doesn't run as well on the Switch, there's no reason to get it on the Switch. Like, I would never, ever, ever get Witcher 3 on the Switch.
Right.
There's literally no reason to. I get that, like, RPGs and, you know, certain genres lend themselves really well to being portable, but I just don't shortcut that shit. Just get the proper experience.
Mm-hmm.
Right, there you go, Andy. You are now prepared to be a gamer.
Oh no, I don't have. I guess I'm opening Steam on the stream. I don't have the display up, but I guess I'll just fire that up. And just experience art for once in my life.
If you want, you can show the message on stream.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I can totally understand them not releasing a new Switch model this year. Honestly, when like the tail end of this year is when all the new consoles are going to come out. Let them marinate in the market for a little bit, then throw out something that's got more power. I'm not sure if we're going to get a situation again where it's like the new 3DS where it's got a few exclusive games where I don't think that's going to happen. But at the very least, I can see a lot of games that come out and run not so great or look not so great on the current Switch. Just benefiting from a more powerful model. I don't know. I'd be down for it. I understand I'm not releasing one right now, but we'll see. But also, what we're also going to see is apparently I've received a gift on Steam from this madman. Broadcast, and there we go. You've received a gift, Damon Ex Machina. This gift has been given. It says to me, Dear Kurt Cobain, watch out for your wife. She's going to kill you. Best wishes, Gamer. So I don't know who this anonymous gamer is. I think
it says AC-130. Don't worry about that.
I don't know who he is. That's a call sign. It's a code name. I'm just going to accept this gift here on stream, and just appreciate this gift of goodwill while it lasts, because I am certainly going to be killed in my sleep tonight by Courtney Love and the CIA. And with that, okay, go back to the round table here. Now, Dean is currently dead and in the bathroom, and dead in a bathroom.
Which always happens.
Yeah, sadly. Okay, Damon X Machina has shown up in my library. I can safely close Steam, I think. But one of the things we're also got up here, which also happened to be the title of this stream. We were going to talk almost exclusively about this prior to the Evo news hopping in. But Platinum has announced a lot lately. I'm going to pull the site up here for the Platinum 4. Actually go back to the broadcast tab for this. This is a bit of a throwback. Some of you might be old enough to remember the term Capcom 5, which was in reference to 5 games that Capcom would release exclusively on the GameCube back during a time when Nintendo exclusives from third parties were few and far between. I think all of those but one got ported to the PS2 and or the Xbox, and that one that stayed behind was really bad, and then I think one of them got canceled. So the Capcom 5 doesn't necessarily have the greatest legacy, but I appreciate it anyways. The first of these 4 projects that Platinum has announced is a remaster of The Wonderful 101. More specifically, a Kickstarter for the remaster of The Wonderful 101. And I can't blame them for doing this, honestly. I feel like any bigger developer or developer with more money going to Kickstarter would be something I'd kind of resent, but they did it. For a game that no publisher really wanted to back after it failed miserably on the Wii U. They did it.
101.
There is a weird thing. They just received a lot of funding from Tencent, so the timing on this is not good. It would have been better if they threw this up beforehand, because they said that none of that funding is applying to this. This was an arrangement they made beforehand, but just the optics of like they got a bunch of money and then we're like, hey, give us more, please. You know, it looks bad. It's not anything they can help, but just you got to understand that like people are going to misunderstand the situation.
Right. And I know that the ways that I don't know Japanese law. I don't know necessarily everything happening there. I know, like, in a personal case, like with my workplace, which shall not be named, I know that when we receive grants, they cannot be applied to certain projects. It's a very tricky situation, and I feel like this might have been a similar case. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, it might
Yeah.
have.
Just
A lot of times the funding can only be used for a specific thing that they wanted.
let's go
So-
around the table and anyone speak up if you're gonna back Wonderful 101.
I mean,
I'm broke
why
as
not?
fuck.
Santa Jordan strikes again. Um,
Jordan just has all this money. It's just coming out of his fucking eye holes.
Well,
you
no,
know,
I have
I
enough.
look at the money here. I look at the success rate here. I don't think
It
they need it.
they fucking blew past that goal immediately.
Wait, what was their goal?
Their goal
Like
Their
was
goal was
400,000.
50,000, and I believe right now they are at 1.4 million.
actually, to correct
50,000.
that. Their goal was roughly 50,000 USD. If Kickstarter's converted it here from yen to USD as $49,555. But right now they have
They're sitting at a couple magnitudes higher.
Yeah, they're at
Okay, yeah, probably not gonna back just for the simple fact they already have so much.
to the point where it feels like they're making up new stretch goals.
I think
Which
they
is
are
always
Yeah,
fun.
because
they're making new stretch goals as they go along.
they have all
As you'll
this
see
money
here,
that
this little fade out
Yeah.
as they get more money. Like, they didn't expect to get that much. They had their stretch goals as a Switch version at the base 50k, 250k for a Steam version, 500k for a PS4 version. And funny enough, Kamiya did mention that they wanted to port it to Xbox One in an interview, but that is not in any of these stretch goals. But also, they've got the money to do it. That's
they're about
that's
to hit
one.
1.5
That's
million.
1.2 going on 1.3 million.
Wait, what? 1.75 is a remix of a soundtrack?
Yeah,
Is
well,
that what I
like that,
said?
like I said, they're just making shit up at this point. They blew straight past their goal in the first day. This is the second day
Yes.
of a straight month.
Oh,
I don't think that this momentum's going to keep up because eventually you're
No,
just
I
going to run
think-
out of backers. But
I think right now
Kickstarters-
it's still
Kicks-
really high.
Kickstarters always hit hard on the first and very last days.
yes,
All the days in between don't matter.
Yeah, it's going to get less and less, but I think they're going to hit 2 million before it starts flattening out.
absolutely.
Anyway, as it stands, I was not going to back Wonderful 101 because there's a lot of things I dislike about this game. I honestly have been thinking about it, and I probably will replay it, but I really hope they fix a lot of the issues I had with it. That
Mhm.
game does not tell you near enough about its mechanics, and it does not give you the mechanics that you kind of need early on. You have to like buy every single mechanic in that game, and in a way that's really fucking annoying.
Well, since
like
it's a
they-
remastered, I think they would probably.
I would
Yeah.
I would hope so, but that game never, for instance, that game never tells you how to unlock new moves. It never tells you. You have to just figure that shit out on your own. It's like, did you know you can switch your primary member? So of the 101, there are, I believe, 10 weapon types, and each member of the 101 represents one of those weapon types. So Wonder Red is not the only fist type. You can pick Wonder Beetle. He is also a fist type. The more of that type that you like level up, the more moves you'll unlock. The game never tells you that. I went through half of the game with just the base cast because I don't want to fucking play as Wonder Beetle. I want to play as Wonder Red, the actual character. But yeah, that's how you get new moves. The game, like I said, never tells you that. Never tells you a lot of things. The very first decision you have to make in that game is whether you want to buy a block or a dodge. So I was like, well, in character action games, usually the dodge is the way to go. The very next mission, you damn near need the fucking block to progress. So like there's a lot of issues I have with the way that game is handled. By the end, once you have all of the moves and mechanics, it's a really fantastic game. It does have an issue where they put a shitload of mini games in it that suck ass.
It's a
just
Wii
like
U game.
Just like they do with all of their fucking games, any mini games they put in a platinum game fucking suck. Just complete dick.
I don't know. I like the Mad World ones, even though I guess some of them are bad.
Well, Mad World, it was goofy.
I think Mad World was based. The entire game was kind of based around that idea of doing kind of weird shit in order to like,
Progress.
get enough points to continue playing.
Well, the
I
only
want to say
thing
that
that
I want to say though, Colton, with regards to blocking in the Wonderful 101, while backing this project may not improve blocking in the game itself, they do have an optional reward for backing. You can give them money to get blocked by Kamiya on Twitter. I did that for free.
Oh yeah.
If I had, I kind of wish before going into this, I got that a screenshot of that time that Rin got blocked by Kamiya, so I could just throw that up on the screen because it's one of my favorites. Rin was like, "Hey, at Kamiya, whatever his ad is," he was like, "Hey, how many useful idiots have you blocked today?" And he was like, "You're the first one." Shout out to Rin for the record. Come on the show sometime, please. I'm begging you.
Get on our Discord.
But yeah.
But so this is an interesting thing too, with them taking on so many more projects. I've been of the opinion that Platinum has been kind of declining lately.
Mm-hmm.
I did not like Astral Chain at all. I thought that game was awful. And I feel like a lot of people ate it up because it was Platinum and didn't want to admit that it was
I feel
fucking
like
awful.
for a long time, Platinum was kind of like a different type of Valve or whatever, where
Well,
they make
yeah.
a bunch of really good games that are like really creative, and people kind of regard them as that, but they kind of just like slowly fade.
What happened is Platinum made 4 really good genre-defining games. So what happened then is people just assumed, well, they're the cream of the crop, and just kind of ate shit from every direction when Platinum would release a bad game, usually sponsored by EA, but or not, is it EA? No, Activision. Usually sponsored by Activision, but is that the same thing? I don't remember. I don't care. I don't give a shit. But like then they did their own thing with Astral Chain, and Astral Chain also kind of fucking sucked ass. Like all of their branded games, except Transformers, I want to add that game is great.
Transformers.
But like Turtles fucking sucked ass, Korra sucked ass. Like
sucking.
Just a bunch of their games just fucking sucked ass. I don't care what anyone says. Vanquish is mediocre as fuck.
All right. That's it.
But
I'm getting the gun.
But basically, they have a couple really good games, but lately they just, I don't know, they just haven't been hitting the same level of quality.
Yeah.
And I hope that with their new projects they can do that. Hopefully they can fix my problems with Wonderful 101, because in the end I do like that game, but I would never recommend it to anyone because it's such a pain in the fucking ass to get into.
Platinum Games was a company that I really, really respected like 8 years ago because I like ate up all of their stuff, like No More Heroes, Mad World.
No More Heroes was
you already
not
fucked up.
Oh, Certified 1! Fuck! No, he's gonna come to my house. He's gonna show me Killer 7. He's gonna Killer 7 me in the parking lot.
No More Heroes is Grasshopper Games.
It's Certified 1.
I want to note, Colton, for every single time you say Nier Automata is Platinum.
Yeah.
So Nier is interesting because it's actually half Platinum. A lot of that is done by like Square. A lot of the like RPG stuff I think is done by Square, and all of that stuff I think is really good. The problem with Nier Automata is that the combat gets fucking boring really fast, and I don't know how much of that is Platinum's fault. The most fun I had with the combat is when you wind up playing as the third character who has a taunt system, which means that the combat ends really quickly.
Nice.
So, I don't know. I like Nier Automata, not as much as the first one, but you
talking about Nier or Drakengard?
Nier.
Okay.
But
the fact that the first game is called Drakengard kind of gives me an idea of the pretentious like Japanese bullshit that franchise is.
Isn't it
Scott,
originally called Dragon Dragoon, something like that?
That's the Japanese name, yes.
Yeah.
But Cole, I wanted to say, for every single time that you said a Platinum game had something that was ass or sucked ass, in that time they've gained at least another $100 for every time you've said that on this stream.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, I'm sure, and I'm sure there's
I
going
think
to
people
be.
are mostly buying it because of the Wii U nostalgia, which is a
Yeah,
weird thing that exists.
I'm sure
No,
there's
I'm going to
going to
say for the
be.
opposite, Dean. I think people are getting and buying this or backing this so that they can play it for once because nobody wanted to buy a Wii U.
And
Yeah.
and Andy, I'm sure there's going to be 19,820 different gamers that are going to be disappointed in the experience they get.
Hmm.
Such a negative Nancy.
A little bit. And like I said, by the end of the game is great. But you have to fucking wade through shit.
You gotta
To get
read
to
an
that end of it.
instruction manual. People like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Dark Souls is kind of trial and error though, whereas this game is just like you got to just kind of like try shit that the game
and
doesn't
fail.
tell you to try. It's
I guess
just-
it's like beta Minecraft.
Yeah,
that
it's like
regard.
it does like encourage you to switch party members, but like I like the characters. I don't give a shit about Wonder Udon or whatever the fuck. I want to play as Wonder Red, Wonder Blue.
Yeah,
etc.
playing as like the actual main cast. You don't want to play as like the side characters.
Yeah,
But there's 101 of them.
and all 101 of them can suck my fat dick.
I don't have any opinions on 101. I've never played it.
Well, that's going to change.
A game that I do want to be remastered. Beautiful Joe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
be
I
absolutely.
agree. Beautiful Joe blows Wonderful One out of the fucking water.
Can we get Beautiful Joe instead?
Can,
Is that
we
Capcom?
can we get Beautiful Joe to show up on our stream? Also,
Yeah,
Beautiful
that
Joe.
is Capcom.
Beautiful Joe was part
There's
of the
also-
Capcom 5. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so as part of this platinum, whatever the fuck, they did say something about a new Okami. I don't know if can they do that?
Are they
Capcom hasn't
allowed?
said shit. Yeah, like is that a thing that's actually happening,
Okay,
or are they just
here's the thing.
bullshitting?
they said they want to do a new Okami.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
and it's like
yeah.
it's like someone who does not own the rights to but worked on something on the past can say, I want to do a new one. That doesn't guarantee it will happen. It showed fan interest in a new Okami. I can absolutely see Capcom either making a new one themselves or giving Platinum, probably letting Platinum develop a game with the license. But that's not
All
a guarantee
I know
it'll
is that
happen.
Lauren would be happy.
I mean, I'd be happy if they announced a new Okami.
Okami is a great game. It's way too long, but it's good as fuck.
Right,
I
and
never
it's
played
like, I hope it happens. I feel like it's probably gonna be one of the 4. I can't think of many other things they'd announce.
I want
That
to say
game,
I want to say I
that-
played a little bit of Okami Den on the DS or 3. I don't know which one it was.
the original Okami rolls credits 3 times before you're actually fucking done with it.
Hey, that sounds like that certain Nier game I've been hearing about.
No, that game rolls credits 26 times before you're done with it.
Yeah.
Though,
About I do have a question. Have you guys heard about the Resident Evil 8 leaks?
I followed them kind of. I'm interested, but
Listen, if there's no woman blowing a giraffe man, I don't care.
so let's talk about Resident Evil 6.
It's good as fuck. What do you want from me?
Yeah, I
A good
recently went
opinion,
back
Colton.
and played it again. There's some really good parts in it. But the vehicle
Action.
segments suck.
Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6 are unmatched co-op games.
That I will
They're
agree with
really-
you on.
Hey Andy, you remember that time when you told me to install Resident Evil 5? Yeah, it's still installed. You asshole.
Yeah, come on, Andy.
All right,
Go to
Hey, Dean, I'll
Africa.
play it.
All
I'll
right.
play it.
Mm-mm. It's on Xbox, I mean.
all right.
Oh,
Guess
so it's bad.
I'm playing Resident Evil 5.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta play
come
it
to
right now.
Africa. We're gonna see the Great Lakes.
Wait.
The Great
Hello.
Lakes of Africa.
The Great Lake, Chad.
Yes.
It's full of crocodile,
And also zombies, maybe.
black people.
Well,
Wait.
okay, so it's actually full of zombie crocodiles.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the truth. Reapers.
Oh wow, my favorite Overwatch character.
God, I love men.
Time to peep.
Ugh.
Resident Evil, a game I want to. I have no emotional attachment to Resident Evil. I have more of an attachment to Silent Hill.
I might stay.
That means I get owned faster than everyone else.
My take on Resident Evil is I wish I wasn't a baby, so I got scared less.
You are a big fucking baby. Have you ever even beat Ravenholm alone?
We don't talk about
I
that.
did.
We don't go to Ravenholm anymore.
We don't go to Ravenholm. I don't go to Ravenholm. I follow the instructions. Those signs that say keep out and stay away, I listen to them. I stay away. I stay far
I
away.
uninstall the game. I
Yes.
never touch game.
I uninstall the game from my hard drive. I buy a solid state drive, throw the old hard drive out the window, shoot it multiple times, install the solid state drive, and then don't play Half-Life 2.
Then I grab that solid
It's
that
not
hard
even
drive,
that bad though.
put it in a head crab plushie, and throw it at you while you sleep.
That's the
Like-
part where I have a heart attack and die on stream.
Dude, I'm just saying.
Ravenholm
what's so
is the
bad
best
about it?
level. He's a
Yeah, it's
fucking
a baby.
baby. He can't handle a horror segment. He literally rage quit. He panic quit Half-Life 1.
That's a horror segment.
Yes. Ravenholm. Half-Life 2?
Yeah, I didn't think it was scary at all. I was like,
No,
oh, it's dark here. Let's go.
Scariness doesn't matter if it's a horror section at all. It's obviously themed horror. You're in a dark, spooky zombie town. Everything's pitch black, and you got to use saw blades.
Which means
It's
it's,
really-
I mean,
It's more of a. It's just the greatest level in all Half-Life 2 because it uses the gravity gun to its
Yeah.
best potential.
I'm
yeah,
not
and
going
it
to
was
argue
really
with you
nice.
there,
And
especially
Jordan,
because I haven't
you
finished
might,
it.
Jordan, you might use this facade of being real nice, but all you're doing is calling Andy more of a bitch than I am.
I'm just confused. It's all
You're just
fake.
fucking him in the ass right now.
Oh man. Ugh.
But
I
now,
see through your facade.
but now I have to ask you as we get towards. We've got 20 minutes left. We're waiting on our great friend Scott to arrive.
Scothany.
So yeah, Scothany.
Yes. he can
Colton
carry
knows him
us
better
through
than
problems.
Do we
any of
got
us.
any more topics? I wasn't here for a little bit because I was not
Nothing
taking
too
shits.
particularly interesting.
Oh yeah, we actually really did get through all of it. I guess I can talk about the third anniversary of
You did talk
Fire
about it
Emblem.
towards the start.
I did, but I didn't get into what actually came out on the new
Though,
anniversary.
For what it's worth, I'm looking around here real quick. Just
We did
taking a
not talk
look.
about that.
Let's talk about. Okay. We're gonna flip a coin here. Okay. We're gonna
Oh,
flip two
God.
coins actually. Okay. I'm gonna flip two coins.
If you could decipher what side and year that came from.
No. It's gonna be very simple. Colton,
God.
Dean, heads or tails?
No. I'm not playing any games. Jordan's playing a game.
Colton, heads or
Tails.
tails?
That's right. Jordan, heads or tails?
Jordan,
Tails.
heads or tails?
Okay.
All right, Jordan spoken.
He
Okay.
said tails.
Okay. So
Oh shit! It was Tails doll.
Tails doll.
Okay,
Holy shit, my Newgrounds
that-
page is blowing up.
that was heads. So Dean advances to round 2. Colton, heads
No,
or tails?
we're not doing this segment.
Colton, heads or tails?
Viva la
Jordan, heads or
revolution.
tails? Just take it.
Heads.
Okay.
Am I legally allowed to take a shit now?
Okay, so now Dean and Colton are up against each other in the final round.
Colton, go take a shit.
Dean.
Alright, so you guys want to see Kurt Cobain die in this game?
No,
What the
no,
fuck? Did
no.
you just? Can we replace Ming?
Ming!
Ming, Ming,
He's threatening our boy.
Ming.
That was a joke. Calm down. But yeah, I do have Kurt Cobain here. But
Don't hurt him. Don't hurt my lad.
Don't worry, I won't.
But reminder, we're on stream, so you could probably stop playing. You're streaming Lobotomy Corporation in Discord. Well, hey, I don't know if you know this, but we're in a podcast right
We're
now.
streaming and he's
Yeah, it's
streaming.
It's kind of a big deal, you know. We're kind of like celebrities.
Yeah, well, hold. I wanted to show you guys something. You guys are free to put it on the stream.
I
or
don't
not.
think I really can.
No,
Okay.
because he's on the Discord streamer mode.
Right.
Okay, and it won't work. Okay.
Especially with my internet.
Yeah,
try to keep
I
things high
just
fidelity.
kind of wanted to see what your reaction would be.
Just
to
take
this.
a screenshot like a normal person.
Don't screenshot Kurt Cobain dying, and don't send
No,
it my way.
it's not Kurt Cobain, and screenshot wouldn't work because of what it is.
Okay. Well,
It's something that happens.
I think we're getting the true nature of Jordan right now.
This man is calm, collected, and murderous. I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
He's a real bastard.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Feel bad.
A real son of a bitch.
I'll wait until after the stream, then I'll have you guys look at
And
it.
don't kill Kurt Cobain. That's the most
No,
important
I
step.
wasn't going to kill Kurt
Don't
Cobain.
kill Kurt, please. Don't even think about
He
killing.
legit, he's the one person I try to make sure stays alive because I want him
Thank
to
you.
be the last person alive on the last
Thank
day.
you. However, Jordan, I do know that you can talk about Code Vein, right?
Code Vein, yeah.
Code
Vein's
Vein
really
has
good.
apparently passed 1 million sales worldwide across PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Do we
Oh, I
have any-
bought 2 of those.
Isn't
Oh,
that just anime game that got like popular a couple
Where
months
do I
ago?
buy codeine?
Okay, Code Vein is a Souls-like game, but it has like the same.
yay!
It's like if the art style reminds me it's like Bloodborne colors with all
Red
because
and black?
everything's red and black, everything's red and black, but
Like-
it's the way like the character models are and like
It's anime.
it's from the God Eater team.
Yeah.
It's anime God Eater Dark Souls.
Can
Wow.
I claim? Can I claim
can't
the
really say
characters
I'm
as my wife?
excited. Wait, you can play as a pretty girl?
Oh, you can play as a pretty girl?
You can
Yeah.
play as a girl who's pretty?
Does she have anime titties?
Oh, you can
Jeez.
add them.
Yes. Well, yeah, but
There's a
Are
breast
they
in the bar?
huge?
yeah,
Bro.
but sadly I don't
Can I
think
jack
you
my
can-
dick? Would it be weird?
That
Yeah,
would be
bro.
weird.
Sadly, I don't.
Fucking
There's
crazy
there's
weird.
there's like NPCs that I think will no matter what have all the player characters beat.
Feet?
No feet.
They'll have our feet?
You know what? Yeah, they'll have your feet. How about that?
We can look at feet?
Let's just see where this goes.
Feet?
I'm
There's feet in
worried.
this game?
Feet?
Yeah, I'm not. I keep trying to play Dark Soul games. And you can call me a bad gamer.
Get Neo.
But you're bad at it.
Get Neo.
Get Neo and play it with me.
I don't have money.
Neo.
Get some fucking money. Get a job.
No!
Get a fucking job.
No!
Wait, didn't you just yell at me for having a job?
Shut up, fucking corporate slave. Get a job.
All
Man,
right, Colton.
Colton.
Listen, Colton. Both of these men are dutifully employed by the GamerZone ___ corporation.
Get a real job.
Listen.
Get any other job.
You know,
I'm docking your pay,
You know what?
Colton.
I have a game for you to check out. Remnant from the Ashes. Apparently, that one's.
Okay, listen, before we
Another
continue this
Souls game.
anymore, Scott, welcome to the GamerZone.
Yo,
You've saved me.
What's up? Oh, why? What's happening?
We're
Okay,
talking about Dark Souls! It's a bad game!
No, it
What?
isn't.
No, it's not.
Nah, it's just one of those games that I'd rather watch people tell me the lore. I basically
Ew.
rather watch a video of it
Gross.
rather than actually playing it.
Ew, don't say that name.
Is it because you're bad at the game?
No,
All right, Scott,
because
I'm
it's
gonna-
not fun.
I'm going to do my best impression of Scott for the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, I'm doing it now.
I
How
love
does it
talking
sound?
about Dark Souls because the second you start complaining, you get the incoming rain of fists of bad gamer. Wow, you just must suck.
Well, okay, but I don't know. I can't think of a reason to not like it unless you're bad at it. Like that's not like a meme. Like I don't get it.
Yeah.
what if I told
What are
you?
your reasons?
What if I told you that I like Dark Souls
Mhm.
What the fuck?
and I think it's a good video game, and I'd like to know, out of the first 3
Oh, what the fuck? Sorry, I had to break
Ew.
character for a second.
Now there's the thing about Dark Souls is conceptually I love the idea of this fucking world at the dying breath. You know, everything's fucked. But when I'm playing it, it's just like, all right, I know it's like, okay, well you're gonna, okay, we're gonna throw you in through this long
Okay.
segment, killing a bunch of boys,
You know.
and then we're gonna
Okay.
we're gonna tell you about the boss. But here's the thing: he's
Uh-huh.
gonna jump on your head, and you're
Oh,
gonna have to
shit.
do this all over again. and good luck. And you're just going to be playing the same sections over and over and
that's-
over again.
Okay, but that's literally because you're bad. You were like, no, it's not. It's not because I'm bad, and then you're like, I don't like it because I keep dying. Oh,
Oh yes, the guy who fell on my head from the heavens.
Okay, so
If I would have used my instant transmission, I could have got away.
that never happened. Just roll, bro.
I'm bringing out the lore sheet. I'm adding this to it. Dean, I already have down here on the sheet. I have 2 feet tall. Does heroin, usually in a Walmart parking lot. Has a giant zit on his nose. But I'm adding on to it now. I'm adding on to the list. Bad gamer.
Yeah.
Oh, another fun thing is people who invade your game and then all of a sudden you're stun locked from backstab. That's
just
bad
just
and
play
bitter
online.
gamer.
Literally just play online or offline. Sorry. Literally play offline. If you get invaded, just kill yourself.
Just kill yourself.
Like all of these problems.
Oh yes, I can't wait to play this game. Let me just jump off this cliff.
There's a katana you can use where you just stab yourself.
Yeah. No.
In the third game.
Just
I haven't found that.
Just play offline or be hollow and you can't get invaded.
I'm just saying, the game.
Depending on which game.
The idea of running my head over this brick wall and hoping it would break. I feel like you can get a lot of satisfaction once you break that wall with your forehead.
Hey, do you?
It's just not fun getting there.
Hey, do you guys know what the definition of insanity is?
Doing something over and over and over again, expecting a different result.
No, it's the Joker, baby.
Why am I more upset at Jordan than? Hey, remember Far Cry 3?
I'd never played it.
But also,
I guess I also don't like the hands-off approach to storytelling. That's probably why I like body videos so much.
Ew. Anyway, so my opinion is like the opposite of yours, and that I give literally 0 fucks about any of the world building or any of that shit. I just like rolling around naked with a katana.
I just like it when another man invades my dimension and then we fist fight naked. And when he finally concedes that I'm the better warrior, he drops his prized spear, waves goodbye, and disappears.
Yeah. The only game I care about like the lore in is Demons. And then when you get to Dark Souls, I'm like, I don't care.
I love it when a naked man gives me their spear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dark Souls. I think it has some of the best like art, like some of the best environments, but again, this goes into what I've complained about. It's like they made this beautiful cathedral that housed giants the size of castles, and they kind of figured out how to move around later. Oh yeah, just run on the fucking arches. I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, you're tiny. What else are you gonna run on?
Yeah, I do like conceptually. I like the idea.
Are you talking about
I don't
the
like
part
it.
where there's like
the archers that resign themselves are not going to get any friends in this duty.
Yeah, freaking. You just run up like this really narrow thing. There's like 2 archers with like heavy great bows. That if they shoot you, that you just get knocked like 10 feet away.
So I want to ask now, what are our thoughts? What are our thoughts on Artorias of the Abyss?
He's okay. I don't care about the lore. He's another boss that gives me items.
More like Artori ass, am I right? Baby, cake the fuck up.
The wolf is pretty cool. Have you seen?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was the guy from Dark Souls 3 with a weird hat.
Bring that fucking thick ass cake over this way, baby. She said, "Let them eat cake," and I sure as fuck will.
So now this is my important question of the stream. Colton, did you switch to something heavier after the second bottle of Gamer Fuel?
Why does that matter?
I mean, it's just a topic of discussion for the stream.
Also, I appreciate that you assume of the 3 things I drank, 2 of them were of the 4 things I drank, 2 of them were Gamer Fuel.
What the fuck?
Was one of them bleach?
He didn't even want to try to open any more cans. That's the thing.
Jesus Christ, Jordan! Usually you're the nice one.
No, I've been saying this right before he came on. Jordan's revealing his true colors.
I was making a joke.
One of them was Gamer Fuel. One of them was, alcoholic in nature.
Whoa, and the other 2
And the other 2 were Colon Blow.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
Alright.
Good.
Goodness.
So how's it
Nice.
been? You guys have a good time tonight?
we did.
Actually, yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's been pretty good so far.
Nice, nice. I'm looking forward to listening back to it and hearing all that shit you talk.
They've been holding my my shit hostage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Dean is specific.
yeah. I open his toilet and I'm gonna save this for later as I reach my hand down.
That's why I drank the colon blow, because I'm trying to give them an ultimatum. Either they let me take a shit or it's gonna happen either way.
So
I'm
at a
so
moment
glad I
like
could be here.
at a moment like this, Colton, I'd like to let you know that we're taking a move from our most popular stream, the New Year's episode, and just on a whim, we are extending by 2 hours.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
Wait, you're not saying what I think you're saying.
I got
So Colton, you just have to be the only person on the stream, okay? Everybody else can go, but you and Scott, we need you here for the next.
Oh, so it's like that one, footage of a bear in the woods or whatever the fuck it's called. It'll be audio of a man taking a violent shit.
Yeah. I kind of love how these jokes of him not able to take shits because he'll get literally thrown out of the show is affecting his colon for real.
I am getting 1 year closer to having irreversible IBS.
join club, Luke,
Go
bro.
take a shit, dude.
No, I'm extending the stream by 3 hours.
3 hours.
You know what? The stream's indefinite now.
Okay, no, you can't keep my husband hostage. I'm here
Twitch
now.
plays
Let him go.
Twitch plays Colton's asshole.
Oh no, that's
Oh my god.
no
Play it
thanks.
like a fiddle, baby. Hey, whoa! Something comes out, something goes in. Hey, what do you know?
Scott, if you want a quick recap of what we've been saying this stream is, go play Starfetchers.
I actually will.
Thank you.
Holy
So-
shit! Thank you. It's
Well,
we talked
okay,
about it a lot earlier.
I couldn't last time because shit happened,
Yeah.
but I'll
I
be able
wish.
to.
It's an hour long. It's free on Steam. Shit happened.
Yo,
Oh,
you
God.
just made Andy make his dolphin noises.
Oh. he's activating echolocation.
Speaking of dolphins,
Is it called echolocation because Echo was a dolphin?
He fought aliens,
Yeah.
I know.
yeah.
Is that a real echo?
He's here, boys. I brought him with me.
You're just shaking a cat violently.
No, my cat actually, my cat like beat my ass when I got home. I sat down and plugged my headphones in, and he ran up and just swatted me and ran away.
Holy shit! What a bully!
Champ.
Yeah,
He
he's
almost
sick.
sounds like what happens when I talk about me not liking Dark Souls.
Okay, no, the only reason you're allowed to not like it, but like your reasons were like, oh no, I'm not bad at it, and then you were just like, I hate when I die.
No, okay. Okay. Oh no, I died, therefore I'm bad. I like to say I have a pretty okay thing. I think it's probably either I fucked up stat distribution or something, or I just don't know where all the secret items behind two walls, behind a fire, like a ring of fire and a fucking player spawn for that ring of, the orange Listerine ring of you're not taking as much damage anymore.
Well, it's interesting you say those things, Dean, because there's an all-encompassing term for both of those
Oh
problems.
no.
It's called being bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like you don't like getting invaded, go offline.
Okay,
you don't want to
okay.
go offline, then summon help. If you don't want to summon help, then you're literally just making your own like really very tiny bed because you're small.
I will state that I never said I was good at Dark Souls, okay?
Mhm.
I would like to say I'm pretty okay at video games, though.
Okay,
But Dark Souls
prove
isn't a
it.
video game. Dark Souls is art.
Yeah.
If
that's how
you're
mine
okay
check.
at 5 games,
It's
name
definitely
5.
interpretive art, I can tell you
You
that
can't
much.
you can't say
Yeah.
the Kuga fighting game. What? The Common Rider fighting game.
Hmm.
Can we get Brad started on Echo the Dolphin?
No.
Brad, go off, King.
Just take over the chat.
Go off.
Please do.
You got 2 minutes.
And before the stream ends, I'm gonna
You've got
just,
2
like,
minutes
read
to
it
tell
all
us
out.
that sick
That's all, folks.
Okay, Andy, you need help, bro.
Am I having a stroke on stream?
No,
I
no.
think you might be.
What are you typing up a storm for?
I'm not even typing. I'm typing up like 2 sentences. All right.
That's a lot.
That's a pretty.
Sentences? Sorry,
Yeah,
we
what
only accept run-ons here.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
If you don't type exclusively in lowercase without like
Oh,
punctuation, then you know.
I hit
Yeah.
enter 2 times. Does that make you happy?
No, nothing makes me happy.
What the fuck is wrong with him?
So, have you guys ever thought about Kurt Cobain?
No.
yes.
I thought about him earlier today.
That's good. That's really good.
I was jealous of what he did.
I was at work and I was like, man, I also wish my wife would kill me with a shotgun.
Oh, God save.
Yeah. Every day. Every day of my life.
Damn.
Well, we've got. Let's see how much time we have. Oh,
We have
Negative.
none.
yeah,
Times.
we just hit 2 hours.
We hit midnight in the good time zone.
Right. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's that time of night where we can just calmly say our goodbyes. Say goodbye to our loving viewers. Even those who didn't manage to go off in the chat about Echo the Dolphin because you're lacking in time. Hope you all have a good night.
Go take a shit.
Yeah. Hopefully everyone has a good night, and yeah, go.
Take a shit.
Yeah.
Go Colton before you explode, man.
Go take a shit, everyone. Everyone, take this
Bonsoir,
opportunity
and I
to
will,
take a shit.
I'll be here on the next one.
Right.
Donate
Full time.
now to have some man go to Colton's house and put a finger up his butthole so he can never take a shit.
And by some man, you
I
mean
need.
me.
How much you getting paid?
I don't know. Depends on how much the viewers want. To pay.
You're getting paid in like
Alright, you get
spiritual
$12.
enrichment.
12 cents.
I will warn you right now, if you ever hope to get that finger back, you better not. My butthole is a vice.
Speaking of Vice, did you know the ending of Echo the Dolphin involves a woman fucking a dolphin?
Well, on that note,
That's
ladies
kind
and
of just how
gentlemen,
most things end.
What?
I think that's the
Hold
end
up.
of episode 5 of the Gamer Zone. I hope
The
you all
Gamer
have a
Zone.
good. I hope you all have a good night.
When I take a shit, it'll be like angel hair pasta.
Jesus Christ, just stop him.
Alright.
Sponsored by Echo the Dolphin, where we fuck dolphins.
Okay, I'm ending the stream. 3, 2, 1.
So